Welcome back, artists. I'm going to do a very simple demonstration, or do a very simple painting of a Merry Christmas wreath. We used to make a lot of these when we were scouts when I was a kid. The actual wreaths themselves, twist up fir boughs into a circle, put a bow on it, and that was a wreath that we made for Christmas. I take it to save some time. I start off with a very simple pencil sketch, just using number 2 lead pencil, 0.07 millimeter lead in mine. Nothing fancy about it, just a general pencil like the kids use at school. I want to do it as a line and wash because I really like that sort of illustration type of painting. And then we'll add probably some watercolor graphite and some paints at the end. All right, let's jump into it. I'm going to use 2 inks here. The first one is my water-soluble ink. I just want the Itoya blade pen here just to put in a few landmarks where the boughs will be. And then the other pen will be my Pigma permanent ink for the Merry Christmas. This is all right. I want to sort of set in where the snow will set on the inside of my pine or my fir boughs here. A few random hot red holly berries. So we have some green and red going throughout our piece here. All right. There's the initial sketch with the water-soluble ink. Here we come in here with my Pigma pen, and it's the number 1 tip, and this will be for permanent ink. So I kind of want a little bit of calligraphy work here. All right. Okay, so there we go. I like that. Okay. Now that's the ink work done. Now I'm going to help brighten it up a little bit, I'm going to erase off my pencil lines. You don't have to do this. This is strictly personal choice. I sometimes do, sometimes don't. But on these ones where using up my eraser pretty quick, that I do in my watercolor journal, they're smaller scale than the full-size studio pieces that I do, and I don't know, I just think it makes it a little brighter, a little more brilliant, which I like, which I prefer. And all right, let's sweep those off and get those off to the side here. Clean that up afterwards here. But okay, so there we go. Now we've got, we did our sketch. We did some very simple inking in. Now I'm going to come through with my watercolor graphite, which is this stuff right here. And then we'll put some paints on afterwards. So this stuff I absolutely love. My art made a huge leap forward when I discovered this and sort of figured out a way that works for me. And in demonstrating things with you that I found work, I hope you will find helpful and useful too in your art. So again, my source of light is my upper left off the page at 10 o'clock. I'm going to sort of quickly mask in my wreath, sort of make it jagged. So I push the brush like that. It gives me a randomness about anything that has that's bushy, bristly, or anything like that. pushing your brush is just a fantastic technique to get that look with very little effort. And it looks very genuine, very authentic. Now here, because the curve is coming the other way, it's coming towards me instead of away from me, it's a little harder to do. Okay. A little bit sloppy there. Wet my brush, see if I can lift it off, which is the equivalent of racing as if I had a pen. Lift it off, get the brush wet, left swipe through it. All right, so there we go. That was fun. We did the sketch, we did our inking in. Now we've established our values, our lights and darks for our light source. So now we're ready for our color, to have some fun with color. So we'll switch from the watercolor graphite out to the colors here. And customarily in watercolors, we start from light going to dark. That's the opposite of what oil painters will do. And I'm gonna, since the snow is my lightest, I'm gonna touch it here a little bit and just have fun with put in very light and loosely and letting the water, keep in mind that the paint goes wherever the water goes. So what I'm really doing is controlling water and just letting it, but other than that, I'm going wet into dry. So I want to think about how this would be. All right, now do a little bit. I love this sky blue, which is a cheap Joe's color. It's actually cerulean blue and then cobalt. I love that color combination. I think those are just like salt and pepper. Those two colors are a match made in heaven, in my opinion. They work really well together. You've got a light blue and a medium blue. And they play off one another very well. Okay, so we can always add more, so let's stop a little short. Let's put some color in our bow here. Now we'll have red berries. And the primary colors are blue, yellow, and red. So I'm going to make a gold. Make a gold ribbon here. Okay, so there we put on some yellow. Come down here. And that should help make it very striking and there. See, that's why I use that permanent ink, so that when I swoosh through it like this, I don't smudge my own writing. Okay, touch a little bit. That was Hands of Yellow. Now I touch it a little bit with raw sienna. Good old raw sienna. Kind of give a little bit of a help pull it towards a golden shade a little bit. Okay, that's looking pretty nice. And a lot of this is just let it be. Just let it do its own thing. All right, let's grab since we're working from light to dark, let's grab our red berries here. Now, I'm going to get them close. So if I go outside the line, I'm not going to worry about it because this is a loose painting and I like to paint in a fun, loose style. There's another berry. Leaving a little bit, again, mindful of the source of light, so I tend to leave the, what would be the light side, the light coming in from the side, open. Just grab these quickly here. Okay, we do our usual two colors things here, so I've got light red and dark red, kind of some strong little berries. All right, I'll lose the outside edge a little bit. help loosen them up, because the human eye wants to complete shapes. And so this, when you paint outside lines like this and loosen things up, I think it invites interaction with the human eye. Okay, so let's go to our green pine boughs. Again, we start light to dark. Okay, come around here. All right, I'm going to sort of quickly block it in. Have fun. Green and red are complements to one another on the color wheel. That means complementary colors are colors that are opposite one another on the color wheel. And a nice thing about understanding the relationship of your colors is that when you use complementary colors, when you mix them together, they neutralize one another. But when you put them next to each other, they make each one stronger. It's a unique relationship. Okay, now that was sap green. I'm going to grab a little viridian here. Okay, now to make it more believable, my wreath would be hanging on a door. So I'm going to put in just a background color, like a brown wooden door. Basically sort of just something to give it some context here. And I can put a little bit of blue here to help make the believable shadow. Kind of like that. So you grab that red, kind of a happy accent there. There we go. All right. Again, I socialized from the upper left coming down here, so I'll make this opposite corner the dark corner. Maybe even put this in the tips of the ribbon are into the shadows there. Okay. Okay, I kind of want to make him look, I want him to look like he's sitting in his back, like my main object is sitting in its background, not sticking on top like a sticker or something like that. All right, I think we're pretty well there. I think we're there. This was really fun to do. I hope this demonstration was helpful. I hope you might give something like this a try. Just a nice, simple design, and see how you like this. I like that. I think it reads properly. I think I got enough of my shadows here, operating while it's wet, just sort of letting the watercolor do its thing. There we go. Put a few of these up here. And now I could touch it a little bit. I suppose I could. Now again, I want the human eye to say, "Oh, aha, snow." Okay. Okay, well, I like that. So what I'll do is I'll let that dry. And thank you, Donald. And then after it's dry, I will sign it. And then we'll post it online and share it with our friends. Thank you, everyone, for listening and following along. And I hope you enjoyed this. Give this piece a try. See if you like it. It's nice and simple. And it was really fun for me to do. And I think you'll enjoy it, too. So thank you so much. And if you like this, you found it helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. And we'll see you again on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.